Welcome to this on-demand training. I am Matt Selhorst, Boat Dealer Profits, where we're committed to helping you sell more boats, make more money, and have more fun. We've been doing that for nearly a decade now, and this is an unusual time, as you know. So instead of talking about the normal, how to sell more boats aspect of sales and marketing, we're actually going to focus on 7 unexpected ways to find more major unit boats to sell. So finding used and consignment boats as we look at the inventory situation. 2020 was an unbelievable year. If you didn't have an unbelievable year, one, you need to reach out to me because you've got some serious sales and marketing issues in your dealership. If you had an outstanding year, hey, it looks like we've got one more year to really make hay while the sun shines, and that means finding as many major unit opportunities to sell as you can, because we know that most of the new boats coming in, you probably had your inventory cut. They probably aren't delivering all of the boats, or you can't get extra ones if they are delivering your initial order. So that's what we're going to talk about. You probably know me from my articles in Boating Industry Magazine. This one here, why are you losing boat sales and discounting unnecessarily? Right now, discounting should not be an issue. Losing boat sales should not be an issue. The confidence level of your sales team is probably through the roof. Now, I want to make sure that you work with them so they understand, hey, this is sort of a temporary thing. Let's get all the boats we can to sell right now, but understand the market's going to turn at some point. Hopefully we can make it through all of 2021 with this very high demand, but remind them that still don't get any bad habits started. Understand, build on that confidence, build on that, hey, you're in a little bit more control, but don't forget to service your customers. Don't forget to walk people through the process and put them in the right boats. And don't forget the fundamentals that you can carry with you into 2022, 2023, and beyond. If you know, I'm the author of the book, Marine Marketing Strategies. Boat Dealer Profits was my second book that you can get at Amazon, Barnes & Noble. You can also get it for free on my website, boatdealerprofits.com/free book, I think it is, or just /book, one of those two. But you can grab that. This is my family here, and just wanted to introduce myself in case this is the first time that we're meeting in this environment. So let's jump into the content, because I know that's what you're here for. This is going to be a fairly quick one. We're going to go through the 7 real quick, and at the end, stick to the 7th one, because that's going to be the glue that holds everything together. That's going to be kind of I don't say super secret, but that's the strategy that nobody's using. And when you put that in place, along with everything else that we talk about, it's going to make this work unbelievably better for you. So let's start with the first one. The first one is, hey, go out and buy a list of boat owners, and then market to those boat owners that we can sell your boat, we can buy your boat, and try to drive an opportunity from those that you don't have a relationship with. And remember, wait till the very end, because the 7th one is I'm going to show you how to do this in a way that's going to set you apart from everybody else that's blasting out emails to everybody in the world. We buy boats, best time to buy, we take trades, sell your boat to us, we offer consignment. All of that is fine and dandy, but everybody's saying it, and people are starting to understand that, oh, I can sell my boat by myself pretty easily now. So you need to set yourself apart and show them why they should sell it to you directly, why they should maybe use you as a consignment or a broker. The next is reach out to those marina and storage facilities in your area. So how do you do that? Well, it could be as simple as printing out on some of the water-resistant paper. You can look online. There's a water-resistant paper that you can print so that you can put it in boats or put it up at the marina, put it up at the boat ramp, Go to the storage facilities, wherever boats are stored and your boaters are at West Marine. Reach out to these places and put a message out there that's going to grab people's attention that are thinking, you know what, we're not using our boat anymore, or you see people, my husband or my wife passed away and we have to sell the boat. The kids are in other activities and they're starting to go back to school and playing baseball and getting back into dance, and those things are starting to open up, and we'll continue to see that. And so people's attention is going to be drawn, and there's going to be opportunity to pick up some boats, I think, in 2021, knowing that at some point the market's going to turn, and you don't want to have too many, but you do want to make hay while the sun shines. So pay attention to your market area, because I think that's going to be a real challenge that we have to figure out when the supply-demand mix drops, or when they invert, and we're now have more demand or more supply than we do demand. We've got to be real careful with our inventory management. But for right now, getting those boats in, I think, makes a lot of sense. Contact your current clients. Now, if you haven't done this one, what are you doing? You've got to reach out by phone, by email, by text message. We've got a proven message that works for this, that our clients have been using to bring in used boats and consignment opportunities and even trades over the last 3 and 4 months. They've been doing this by hitting the telephones, by using technology and mass communication of text messages as well as emails. And with that combination, they're able to pull in some really nice opportunities. And right now it's January. They're able to turn them pretty quickly, and it's been a very, very profitable method. So if you haven't done that, you can just start that today. Is start hitting those phones and asking people if they would like to trade their boat or sell their boat, and again, we've got some language that we teach our coaching clients exactly how to do it that works better than the just, hey, this is Matt with Matt's Marine. Do you want to sell your boat? There's a way that you can ask the question that gets a high level of response and drives other business for the dealership as well, that we teach our coaching clients. But if you haven't done at least that, you really need to get on it. The next is start offering consignment. If you haven't done consignment or brokerage up to this point, it's something that you really should consider, again, to just get those extra 10, 15, 20 transactions in this year. It may be the only way that you have an opportunity to add some transactions, because you're going to be hard pressed to get boats from your manufacturers. If you are not doing this, this is a best practice that I think every dealership should do in their service department, is get a stamp, a simple little stamper that says approved for trade with a red stamp. Click it, and then you can have a checkbox on it that says yes or no. Check that yes, or just get a red stamp that says approved for trade. And any boat that meets the criteria, and I use that term loosely because if you can sell another boat and get a trade right now, you would be foolish not to do it, as long as the boat's not just a total disaster that you aren't going to be able to sell it and stand behind it and keep your reputation intact. But get some parameters that you can give your service writer. Say, hey, any boat that's newer than 10 years, any boat that is a manufacturer that we sell, any boat that is this style, any boat that has a Yamaha on it or a Mercury or whatever manufacturers you represent, and you can do the work on it and stand behind that boat real easily, that should get approved for trade stamp. And you should notify your salesperson so that they can reach out and just make a phone call and make an attempt, because it's so easy. You can buy that stamp for less than $50, get 2 or 3 of them, and you're always, don't forget, it's those little things that you do on a daily basis that's going to set you up, not just to continue the momentum that we have right now, but also to set yourself up for 2022, 2023, 2024, and have those processes and procedures in place. Because if it can help you sell an extra 5 or 10 boats a year for a $50 investment and a clunk of the stamp, man, that's a no-brainer right there, and a super easy one. If you're not doing that, I highly encourage you to do it and set the parameters of who gets the stamp. Or if you say, hey, we're willing to take everything, then just everybody gets a stamp on their invoice, and and you're trying to work out the details. Next, send a check. This is a strategy that I developed and used at the marina that I sold boats at. We had about 400 unit dry stack, about 80 wet slips, and I developed this sales letter that was on a check. I share it with my clients in the splash system, but essentially you send a blank check that's that's made out to the person, and the amount is a question mark. And in the letter you say, hey, we would love to have your trade. It's a great opportunity. We've got some people that would be interested in your type of boat. So who do you send this to? Well, you can send it to the list of boat owners that you bought, and call out the ones that are the most likely boats that you would want to have into your dealership. You can send it to your clients, your service clients, your people that have bought boats from you, people that have bought parts and accessories from you if you know what their boat is. You can send it to people, if you have a good relationship with a marina or a storage place, you can ask them, hey, would you be willing to share your list with us, or send this and work out some kind of a reciprocal relationship, because I'm sure you have something that's of value to them, and you can then kind of access their clients. I've got a dealer in Canada. I forget the province that they're in up in Canada, but they are doing just that. They got some great relationship with some marinas, and they're using what I'm going to share next to do this. They're not doing the check letter with this one, but they're leveraging that marina relationship. But it would work just as well with this check letter, and it's a very effective strategy because it's different, it's unique. It's not what everybody else is doing, and right now you've got to do that to cut through the clutter. Now, finally, this is the one that kind of brings it all together. This is sort of the secret sauce to this whole thing, is create a video for sellers. Now, it could be as simple as what I'm doing here, just sit in front of the camera with a little PowerPoint. It could be just you standing next to a boat and sharing some information. And the gist of your video is how to sell your boat fast for top dollar. You could localize it and say how to sell your boat in Southern California fast for top dollar. You can even niche it down more and say how to sell your wake boat fast for top dollar. And you create this video where you're sharing what you need to do to sell your boat right now. And you're going to do it very specifically for these COVID times. So you're going to say, hey, listen, here's what you need to do. You need to have your boat clean. You need to have your boat serviced. You need to represent it in the best way. So take all the junk and the gear and all that stuff out of it. You need to have it polished and waxed and buffed and everything looking perfectly. You need to gather your service records if you don't have those. You need to price it properly, which is very difficult right now in these COVID times. And then you go into an offer and you say, we can help you with some of these things, and put together a package, whether it's free or whether it's paid. It's up to you. The higher up the value chain of boats that you go, if you're looking at $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 boats, maybe you have a small marketing fee and you say, hey, we'll take the pictures for you, we'll do a video walk around, and we'll give you a pricing analysis, and we're going to charge $150 for that or $200 for that. Or you just say, hey, let us know, and we can give you some pricing analysis. And then you say, here's why you should actually let us list it. And if you want a quick sale for top dollar, we'll actually buy your boat directly from you, and you'll have a check in your hand within 3 days. All we need to do is do a quick compression check and do a quick 23-point inspection of the boat with our service department, and we'll cut you a check that same day. all of those things are designed to, one, to get people engaging with you that might want to consider selling their boat. So, sell your boat fast in COVID times. So that, again, that's the general message of the video. And as you share this message, what's happening is you're bringing them in. So now you've taken the list of boat owners that you have, your clients, people from the marina, and instead of saying, we buy boats, your message is, go watch this video on how to sell your boat fast in COVID times in Southern California for wake boaters. Or how to sell your cruiser fast in COVID times in Southern California. Or in Minnesota, how to sell your tri-tune fast in these COVID times in Minneapolis. It doesn't matter what the little fill in the blanks are, but just make it for the boats that you would like to have. And you may make 2 or 3 or 4 videos depending on if you have different categories that you would be happy getting: bow riders and pontoons and cruisers and center consoles and wake boats and aluminum fishing boats. So you can make all these different ones. The content's essentially the same, but you're standing next to an aluminum fishing boat for that one. You're standing next to a wake boat for the other one, and you're sitting in a pontoon for the other. And now it feels very specific to them. You're giving them good information, but you're sort of sprinkling with the why you don't want to do it yourself. Well, you gotta watch out for counterfeit checks. You gotta watch out for the looky-loos that just want to go for a joyride. You gotta watch out for the people that are gonna lowball you and offer a ridiculous price. You gotta watch out for the people that take you all the way through the process and then they can't get financing. And oh, by the way, we have a database of 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 potential buyers. We already have relationships that we can get it on Boat Trader. We can get it on boats.com. It's going to go in the Facebook marketplace. We video every boat, and it's going to go out to our YouTube channel. We get 5,000 visitors a month at our website. It's going to be there. So you're going to actually get a bigger audience viewing your boat, which means that we can get more competition. We can get that price up, and even though you're going to pay us a fee for doing that, we can sell it for more, and you're actually going to put more in your pocket, and you don't have to do anything. Or if you just want a fast sale and you want the check in the bank, hey, we'll make you an offer, and we'll write you a check after we do our inspection in 3 days. You'll have your money, maybe even faster, if you just want to be done with it. So you're making these offers however you want to do business. But now you put this up on your website, and you have a call to action which says, hey, give us a call, send us an email, and then you know that when the salesperson gets that, they've already received a 10 or 15 or 20-minute kind of education, positioning, sales presentation, and now you ask for the close. Now, you're going to have people that come in, watch the thing, talk to your salesperson, and they're still going to sell it on their own, or they don't sell their boat at all. But there's a portion of those people that you're going to be able to pick up a boat that you can buy. You're going to be able to pick up a boat that you can put on consignment. And I challenge you to adjust your mindset a little bit that says, well, everybody knows they can sell their boat fast and just do it on their own. You know, they put it on Boat Trader or Craigslist or Facebook, and it's going to be gone in 2 days. Everybody knows that. But the reality is, even if they know it, their time may be more valuable than that to them. They may not want to deal with the general public because of the health concerns of COVID. They may not want to waste their time of having to go to the thing. They may be intimidated by the paperwork. There's a lot of reasons why people may not want to do it on their own and may be more than happy to have you do it for them. And so you're just sort of getting them all together that may want to sell, and you're just sort of running them down the funnel and educating them and positioning them and getting them in the right spot. So when you do make your offer, you're going to have a higher percentage of them come to you and get their opportunity, so now that you can sell their boat. And oh, by the way, the people that watch this video may also be considering trading, and they would respond to that same message, and now you can drive them and not only get their boat, as a trade, but sell a new boat if you have the inventory. And hopefully you've got a good enough relationship with your manufacturers that if they do have production slots, you got an ordered boat, you can slip it in there and get it at some point. So that it's really all the other stuff. You're probably like, I know I can contact my clients. I know I can work with marinas. I know I can do this. But this video messaging is what really pulls it all together. And it's something that's the key. Sometimes it's those little nuances, and it's doing it just a little bit different that gets great results. It's why the people that have gone through our splash system, even that are in it right now, are getting outstanding results, and they're putting little tweaks, major changes in place in their sales process. Some as simple as their emails. They're adjusting the language in their emails that's driving better results. It's why I have great relationships with people that went through my program 5, 6, 7 years ago, because they're still getting outstanding results because we adjusted the language that they use. We adjusted the messaging that they used. I had one of my clients that was a top 100 dealer, and we went through our process of the splash system, and they were listed as the best marketing in the top 100 because they went through and they just adjusted the way they approach things. We also did a big shift towards digital. And it was very gratifying to see that a dealer that already was top notch, already a top 100 dealer, very successful in their market area. We went through, worked together, and now just because they shifted things a little bit and the nuances and the details that we put in place made a huge difference. So if that's something that you're interested in, this is a quote that I love, is do something every day your future self will thank you for. So things like going to the gym, things like doing that training, taking the time to sit down and get on the phone and develop those opportunities to get new major units into your dealership so that you can sell them come April, May, June, July, or heck, even sell it the next day. Those are the types of things that separate hey, we're doing good, we're riding the wave, we're having a great season, to the ones that are like, hey, we're killing it, and now we have the opportunity to make some investments in our dealership to grow. I've had 4 or 5 dealers in the last couple of years that built new facilities, and I was really proud to be a part of that. But now you can make the hay while the sun shines. You can get that extra capital in your business so you can take that next step up for 2022, 2023, when, the market's probably going to go back to a more normal level. Before this all happened, I think everybody was expecting a decline for 2020. If you looked at the numbers in late 2019, inventory was starting to get high. We were kind of thinking maybe a recession was on the horizon. And now we've got a new president who knows what's in store for 2022, 2023. But I guarantee you, if you do something every day that your future self will thank you for, you invest in your dealership and in training, even now while things are going great, you're going to be putting yourself in a very strong position. So hopefully you got some value out of this. If you would like to have a conversation with me and say, man, Matt, we really did well, we would like to sit down and talk to you. The way you explained this today, something that we've been talking about for a long time, adding that video strategy to everything, adding that one little technique opens up a lot of opportunities for me. Just go to boatdealerprofits.com/yes. It's going to take you to a little video. You can sign up for a call with me where we'll talk about your dealership, see if or how we can be of assistance to you, if it makes sense to get involved now, if it makes sense to get involved at another time, which may be the case. You can give us a call at our office, 803-526-7400. And thanks for watching this. Would love to hear your results on this aspect of it. And again, if this kind of got your juices going, this is exactly the kind of stuff that we share in the splash system and in my coaching training. And also you get me so that we can have a conversation back and forth, and you can say, hey, this is the opportunity that we have in our dealership as it relates to whatever. And then between the combination of both of us, we get a much better result than if it was just you or if it was just me. It's one of the things I love about the coaching that we do one-on-one, and those conversations are so valuable. I had another client that is just knocking it out with their video strategy. Actually, a couple of them, but there's one specifically I'm thinking of that is really killing it with their video strategy, and it came from a conversation that was a little bit outside of the overarching process and strategies that we help dealers implement. But that conversation has led to be a huge part of their business now, from just a coaching call or two where we dove real deep on this topic of video, and now they're knocking it out. It's a big part of why they're so successful. So go to that website, boatdealerprofits.com/yes. Give us a call. Typically we don't answer the phone because I'm usually on a coaching call. Mindy and Christy are doing their thing, so just leave a message if you call in, and somebody will return your call, and we will go from there. Thanks for listening, and have a great 2021.